Well, at least I can unify Islam. Just go ahead for this. Now we are not the Ottomans, we are the Caliphate. What's up guys, this is Zlewikk and welcome back to our 1.35 Ottomans campaign. If you didn't watch the first part, I have a playlist linked in the video description as well as pinned comment. But in the first episode, as you can see, we conquered a bunch of Europe, pretty much following our mission tree. We've got Hungary, Austria, Egypt, Tunis and Morocco as our subjects, while at the very end of the episode I conquered Granada for the admin efficiency great project, as well as Malta for the war score causes as other religions, so be highly using that. We are having 150 of income, 168,000 of max manpower. You can see ILS, so special subjects are giving us the manpower, and we are obviously the first great power. The channel is getting close to 110,000 subscribers, so if you're not subscribing right now, I know 50% of you don't do that. It's a perfect opportunity to get notified about all of the great content with the new EU4 patch coming. Following our big mission tree, I want to start the fate of the Mamluks, which is requiring me to get their liberties below 10%. Which is not gonna be easy, because it's right now I believe like 90%, it's 74, but I could start diverting trade and I could bring the trust a bit higher, and that's also a new mechanic, because if we go over here to diplomacy, we need to wait 7, coalition is Zlewikk, so that's even better, thank you. Let's just take a look. There's a mechanic here that for favors I can just choose how much trust I want to increase. Let's increase it by 50. And that makes their liberties 65%. Well, then I'm gonna stabilize train, that's 35%. We could spend, yes, a bit of yeah, that hurts. And placate rulers. And with that done, there it goes. So we can get 2 skills. Okay, so I'm gonna get this up to 6 as well as some admin mana. And then we're gonna get an event. Let's just click it. And that's 100 admin mana, local development cost for whole Egypt region, and goods produced modifier. So let's look. Right now we're getting 6.72 value out of this. Oh yeah, of course, legitimacy event because we are above 100 overextension, but it's fine. Let's take a look. 6.72, and now, well, I'm taking as much as I did, but they're keeping 4 value, and this is because I stopped diverging trade. So if I divert trade again, I believe this is gonna be not 6.5 but more like 9 or even 10. Protector of the pilgrimage, assume the title of the Kadim Arhamain, 400 admin mana. If I take it, I'll be over the cap of the points, and I have nothing to spend these points up. I'll most probably just go to Constantinople and expand infrastructure here. Remember, it's a capital state, so the gov capacity cost is like 0.1. With this it's 15. And what else I can spend? I could develop the promises a little bit more. So how about yeah, I've developed with my admin points already, just a few more times. And then take this. We gotta expand to spend this on. And about expansion, we will go ahead and attack Shirvan immediately to start going into Persia region. By the way, I have another slot for the promoted cultures, and promoting culture thanks to all of this modifiers is just 30 diplo points. Let's look how much money we are getting for all of these islets. They are all gonna go highly into debt because of us, so I can actually make them even more loyal by just repaying their loans, but yeah, it costs a bit of money. How about Morocco? 67, and then we could spend some favors, because you should have a bit. Oh yeah, we have a... No, trust is good. So why are you disloyal? Look. They just got provinces from Tlemcen due to rebels. Alright, that's actually good news. They will get loyal later. But in any case, I'm getting 37 ducats from my islets right now. And as told you, it's not as much as I thought, but it's 7.8 value coming from Egypt now. I could actually also go ahead and develop our provinces a bit more with admin mana. Maybe find a state with actual prosperity. And I want to develop with Adriman, of course, not to hit the points cap, but also to get our crown up to 20%, so I can sell titles for 4,000 ducats. It doesn't matter, look, that I'm anyway losing autonomy during the peacetime. I can go ahead to Malta, or maybe Granada. Yeah, let's start with Granada. Sick. I can spend manpower to speed this up. That's income from vassals. So now it's 42. Let's start upgrading it. It's gonna be even more income from vassals. No, the same, just diplomatic reputation on top of that. Let's spend a bit of more of manpower. And then let it keep improving. I don't have that much of manpower. For Malta, let's get it on first level. That's 5% war score versus other religions. And I'll speed this up. Tick, 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 tick. There you go, and now I'll be saving money to level 2. You know what, to not waste time, I'll also attack Persia. I don't have a bit of troops, but it's fine. And maybe right now I don't have many claims on them, but as soon as I finish off Shirvan, I will get claims for the whole Persia region. Oh, that's good actually. The war with Persia gets me in the war with Najd, which I think is also part of our mission tree. Oh yeah, it is. I need 4 provinces in this region, 2 of them will be Najd. I also have to attack Medina. There is coalition forming against us again. I didn't conquer anything in Europe. Like, why do you care? Well, you know what? I have money. I just built up to the first limit of these boys, another 4,000 of cannons for them. Well, that's a bad decision, because I can either lose 20% tax meta for 15 years, or 1 stability, and looking at our amount of tax income, I'm gonna lose stability. Scoring all of these provinces from Shivam because of my co-creation cost modifiers just takes 48 power points, and scoring of the province, like time-wise, is just 13 months. How about we create a trade company in Crimea? Because here, these provinces I cannot add, because they are part of my subcontinent, right, Eastern Europe. But I could add this province, like Tbilisi, this province. I could this state Trabzon, honestly. I don't need it in the state. Instead, let's go ahead and make it a trade company. So now it's gonna be Crimea. It's 35%. With this, it's gonna be a bit more. Not enough for sure. So we'll go and that whole state, like for example this one, sick, sick, and now this whole state can get an improvement for the trade power. And with this, I think 51% ideally. Now this additional merchant can be used in the Crimea itself. Oh, at last, 1495, I've waited 50 years for that. Fate of the Crimean Khanate. So we can go ahead and make them our tributary state. Sick. Which makes them, well, they're still loyal, but that made Morocco disloyal. Now, does it give me anything here? Yeah, I have to conquer provinces from Lithuania. You know, guys, I think besides following the mission tree, another goal of all this campaign is to get the economic hegemony, which shouldn't be big of a problem. Now, Mr. Armenia, annexing these 2 provinces gives me the mission over here, March to the Mountains, which is 1000 points, as well as decrease monthly devastation, blah blah blah, and most importantly, claims on the whole Persia region. Meaning that if I go right now after Persia itself, I want to focus on trade centers like Tehran. If Shahan would be also great, so maybe it won't be easy. And Tabriz, maybe instead of taking it, because it requires me to take their capital, focus on Tabriz. And just about clearing the borders. That's 101 against expansion, but nobody cares. And only 118 admin points to core, so easy peasy. I'm not gonna slow down here, so it's time to attack Fars for also another conquest. In the meantime, how about we focus on adding provinces here to trade companies? If you don't know how I decide on the trade companies provinces, you should watch my EU for ABC video on that. So with these few provinces, let's find the Persia, 57%, that's gonna be a merchant that obviously sends straight to Persia. And I could create an islet over here in Persia. The question is, do we want to do that, or do we want to conquer it for our own hands? And I think I will keep it in my own hands in this case. And then Academy is giving me for 10 years 2.5% discipline and 2% army proficiency, or I get 2% army proficiency and cav combat ability, but I'm not using cav, so let's go for the discipline. Actually, about army proficiency, let's just go and burn it, because we can use it to speed up the monuments building. Now, 2 missions to be done. First of all, the Arabian one, that's claims on the whole region, and second one is Persia for getting Fars provinces. And that's a lot of modifiers. 200 Splendor, claims on Khorasan region, 50 Prestige, which is gonna be converted into actual monarch points. Co-creation cost for 50 years, another one. And diplomatic annexation cost. This is just so lovely. Can we get another merchant this time? Because I have a merchant from here. From Hormuz. This. And this is not gonna be enough, so we gotta go for the full state. Tick, 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 and then immediately the improvement. So now, let's just take a look. That's gonna be Hormuz. 44 with this improvement, that's 48%. So you know what, let's just go and add the second state as well, which I can do easier with just doing this. And now we should get yet another merchant. How about we also become a defender of faith? This is after all more of armies and national missionary and manpower the true faith princess. Our maximum price 215,000 now. By the way, start building card houses. First of all, I have a mission for them, but more importantly, I might have problems with capacity soon. By the way, a truce with Portugal just ended, and they have no allies. So how about I just go ahead and attack for Algarve. First I'll have to take Ceuta, and hopefully they will ask Castile for access. Tier 4 guarantee form is gonna be strengthen the ulema, which is giving me new mechanics and missionary strength. Oh yeah, there it goes. Abandon legalism. So if I wanted to go with minus 200, I mean 200 mysticism, I just can go straight to it with this decision. But I do think I'm gonna use it. Loyalty to the Padishah. Fire damage received, shock damage received, morale damage received for the next 20 years. So this, look at the modifiers that our Janissaries are having. In any case, it's time to get this, I believe. It's not a problem to just take a few loans. It's actually take 10,000. I'm paying only 30 decades monthly for it. Let's go ahead and improve it right away to level 3, which is obviously admin efficiency, liberty design subjects, so that's also gonna be actually helpful. Oh, and I forgot that I didn't even have 1% loans, so just go ahead and take them to repay the 4% loans. With the card house is finished, I'm getting the free card system of the Ottoman Empire, which is giving us another 2 stats for admin for ruler, but last time I didn't get it. Well, we'll see. And also autonomy change and reform progress growth. Now what do we do with admin mana? Let's just go ahead and develop more. Mr. Portugal, I'm taking all of the claims that we are having here, so solving Portugal. AE is fine, people don't care that much, so I can go ahead and start coring this. Do we want to create a trade company in Sevilla? Let's try this out. Strengthen this with a building. Sick. Sick. Which makes our power in Sevilla being 44%. Let's strengthen it further and make Lisbon a level 2 trade center. Let's take a look. Now, with these improvements, that's 50.1. We gotta get another improvement because I think I can get improvement to Ceuta Mille as well. And by the way, I keep learning, right? The new stuff. So for example, what I learned in this episode is that you cannot call core islets into wars. If I declare to Medina, I can't take a simple province. Right, I couldn't in the previous wars, but right now, maybe with this province taken, I could take the Medina provinces for myself and then feed them into my colony. See, not yet. I would have to conquer Hormuz provinces first. But this is making it a bit harder, but it's fine. Some of you are also asking why you don't show decadence in your run. Well, this is because you don't care about decadence as the Ottomans in Age of Discovery have a bonus of -1 decadence for Rise of the Ottomans. You can see that without this modifier it will be constantly growing in our case, but we have still a couple of years until that happens. As I still don't really care that much about high Kremland, I can sell my titles again, 6,000 ducats, and I'll use this to repay the rest of my 4% loans, and I still have 800 ducats to invest, and I'll probably keep investing into more card houses. I'm never slowing down, so my truce of course ended. That means another war. Let's go for the conquest of Golestan. I'm conquering Karkoyunu, and I'm declaring war on Venice in 1 second to finally get into Italy. How many provinces over there do we need? I believe it was 10. So it might be tough to achieve. Yeah, we need 10 provinces here. That's gonna be hard if we take into account this expansion. Birth of colonialism, is it in Iberia? It is in Iberia, which is great news. I could take this province in my next war against Castile. As you know, by default from the macro builder, yeah, it's not gonna improve relations fast with everyone in southern Germany. I'm gonna start doing that manually because I know that they will all join my coalition if I keep expanding like I'm doing it right now. And actually, Television just joined a coalition against us, so is Castile in it? I'm starting war with Castile right away, even though I'm like completely not prepared for it. Gotta find a diplomat that is gonna come back to us quickly. Oh yeah, guys. Oh yeah, 14 days. Hopefully nobody else is gonna join the coalition this 14 days. Timurs, but Timurs are like one province minor. Yes, they are. It doesn't matter. Come on. Come on. 1 day? Okay. Declare war, please. And I only gonna fight with 27,000. I don't have anything else. Let's try piecing out Portugal first. It's time to choose an heir. And I'm gonna need the mill guy, because remember, we need a lot of mill generation for our mission. So let's go for 2, 4, 6. Yeah. From Koras, I'm pretty much taking everything I can take, plus farce. Because the mission over here requires farce, RW, and Persian not to exist. That's why I'm gonna go and do that. And at the same time, this is pretty much no aggressive expression. I mean, that will make Poland likely to join it. Wait, they can join it already. We might want to handle Poland in 1 second. That's why I will go and start coring all of these provinces. Keep one stack to deal with it. Another stack will be dealing with the Timurids here. I want to get another stack. Not Janissaries, I'm on the limit of them. But something like 1604, let's make it 20. Yeah, and Poland just joined coalition against us. You know what? Half of these guys cannot even join the war because they are already in my coalition, and which I'm fighting. Let's go for Halich. RNK troops, it's fine. I will deal with Venice, I'll deal with these boys, and I'll deal with Poland. This is fine. Okay, I don't think I can take much from Venice. I guess expansion-wise, look, these few provinces. I will probably take Friuli to get my hands on actual Italy and fix the borders here. And this is gonna be more than enough AE-wise. Peacing out. Look, told you the Southern boys will be very likely to join the coalition if you do that. I can put more forces to fight Poland, like over here, where we're just absolutely crushing them. Funny thing, England just intervened on our side in the war against Poland. Anyway, I will be piecing out Castile won't take much. I need Cordoba and Sevilla for the mission. Just connecting my lands and Asturia for the institution. This is not much more AE than we already have. Money on top of that for longer truce. And let's just start coring everything. Take the mission and Islet of Al-Andalus. That's gonna give us province war score versus other religions until the end of the game. 5%, it's not much, but until the end of the game, as was the tolerance of the true faith. Now, kicking the ass of Poland, the coalition started to dissolve. I think we have to change our strategy a little bit in Europe, because we have two approaches we could take here. Either we go all in, conquer everything and have like all of the Christians coalition on us, or we play a bit more chill but aggressive at the same time, meaning I take a bit of time to decrease aggressive expansion in Europe, I prepare to dissolve the HRE, and we wait for the Reformation, because Reformation is gonna be the key to expand in Europe, okay? And in the meantime, we can just go and focus on getting all of these terrains and becoming economic hegemon. And yeah, there we go, safeguarding alliance succession, which is a new event for the Ottomans that might kill your heir. Well, we lose legitimacy or true stability. Last time we just lost legitimacy, nothing happened. But I've heard from other players that this event might come again if we choose this option. Well, let's just take a look. If I get it again, we might just work on the stability. It should be fine. Suleiman the Magnificent! The Great Ottoman! 5, 6... Of course! Of course! When can I abdicate with this boy? I don't know, as we are so rich, I can go ahead and at last update Malta Fort to level 3. I'll spend a bit of manpower. I would take ourselves down to 50k while also slackening and spending money to speed this up. Remember, this additional 5% province wars cost on top of what we had, and you know, if I wanted to, I could really take a lot of provinces from Poland, but instead, to minimize AE in Europe, I'll revoke the union with Lithuania. Diplomatic move, that's a lot of options. We are a diplomatic superpower, 25 diplo points and plus 50 opinion, all of these boys. I assume this is all of the countries that we have truce with, or we were at war with, or we are at war with. Well, that's super useful in any case. So Mr. Poland, see they're accepting now, send a peace deal, say goodbye to Lithuania, and we can start focusing on allying all of the electors that are not allied to Hesse. So Brandenburg is allied to them, Mainz is allied to them, and that's it. So you have to ally Bohemia. Done. Cologne, this is gonna be rather easy. Same Palatinate can already ally us. Let's go with Palatinate. Sick. Saxony. Munster. Well, Munster will be a bit tougher, but we can improve opinion here, so it should be easy. In any case, I will attack Aden because we are getting ready to become a caliphate. For that, we need to unify Islam. We need 2 provinces in Messina and Palermo. We need Samarkand, and we need 2 provinces around Hormuz and Aden. And by the way, we are getting 5,000 manpower monthly, so yeah, I can easily spend money and manpower to speed this up. Another thing I completely forgot about is to keep adding provinces to trade companies. We could get a merchant from the Safi node, and maybe potentially, well, not yet here, I don't have many provinces, and I have a merchant from Persia, so let's just focus for now on Safi. Yeah, there it goes, easy peasy. Not so sure where I'm gonna use him, because I can control Sevilla and Safi as much as it's possible. I can't really, I mean, I could start collecting in Ragusa. Another thing is gonna be changing much, especially with the slow trade centers. You know what, instead I'll just take trade from Gujarat. That's actually interesting, because earlier I made Medina my vassal, because I couldn't really fit Egypt with it. Right now I can prove them to Islet. Let's do that. That changes the color to the correct one. And then we could actually... Oh my god, that hurts. Let's lose stability. Then I could actually reign in Islet, making him a core, which is like immediately. Like 3 provinces vassal, how much manpower that's gonna be? 5,000? And how much money they are giving to me? Okay, 1 ducat. You know what, as I'm hitting allium points cap, I'm just gonna take 10 and 1509. Let's just take a look. We just have to make Dini loyal above 60 of loyalty, which is not gonna be easy. And that's additional tech cost, you know. Same with this. Piety is max. Just thinking. This is happening in 2 years. I could sell titles. That will hurt my... you know what? Just do it. Because, look, even with this, my autonomy is decreasing hard everywhere. So this is fine. I can just go ahead and invest this 6,000 in what? Shall we build manufactories? Remember, I promised you to start focusing on getting, not this maybe, on getting economic hegemon, and that's the first step to achieve that. So you know, now with this modifier I pay 950 points and I can unlock third idea group, which is a tough choice because I believe that espionage could be great for this expansion impact. Humanist for better stability of the country. I'll go for espionage, especially to have so many diplo points. This is transfer subjects, can claim whole state, national unrest, AE impact, and also siege ability and spy network construction. You know what, as I can't really core a big chunk of provinces here because I don't have French yet, I could release a Yemen islet. Just remember, I want to keep some provinces to get to Ethiopia and Ajuran. Let's just release it. Okay, so we have range from these provinces. This is good. I'll somehow have to core these provinces later. Or just, no, I'm just gonna fit Yemen with this. And can I make them a core islet right away? Yes, please do. And you know, that means that they're gonna pay us 3 ducats for now monthly, but I assume it's gonna increase, and they also give me another 5,000 of manpower. You know, to make sure I expand fast enough, I'm gonna call Hormuz in a war against Persia as a co-belligerent, and I actually need, another stack around here to conquer all of it, and to show you how strong modifiers you have to province war score cost versus other religions, so in this case Shia. Just take a look. Taking all of these provinces, sirs, is 86% of the war score. First batch of manufacture is about to be finished, and I don't expect fireworks because those are very basic farming states. But that should still be a nice change to income. Let's see. First, it will change our amount of the production. So it's 266 of income. Now it's 269. Then it's gonna also update our trade. So instead of 269, it's 273. So small steps, and I would, the event told you about it again. I guess it's fine. Did it? Why did it drop my stability? It was supposed to only drop legitimacy. It dropped both. Well, I guess I don't care anyway. Oh look, by the way, if all of this done and all of these promises owned, I can seize the Caliphate, which is the branching missions between legalism and mysticism. Let's go for this. I think I will go for the legalism path because I've been working on legalism all the time. Just take it. And now, what's this? Control of the Red Sea. This gives me changing of the Yemen to islet. Yemen, I'm getting diplomatic annexation cost for 20 years. Do we want to annex anyone? At the same time, I'm getting Ottoman campaign conquest casus belli on Adal. Well, Adal is half dead, but how many cores does it have? Ooh, that might be of big use, the amount of the cores that they are having. I'm getting plenty of claims as well on Ethiopia. Of course, I'm gonna use this. So I'm just thinking right now. They are core allied, right? Yeah, of course they are. Do we want to use the annexation cost on anyone? I don't know, Hungary, for example, that would only take 14 years. But no, I want to keep islets. That's more manpower and that's more income from vassals. In any case, I'm separate piecing Hormuz. That's a bit of diplo points cost, but I think we are fine. AE wise and army mana wise, we are super fine. And now we're left with piecing out Persia, which is, as told you, is full annexation. Look at these borders now. 1514, so we've played so far 80 years, I believe. Or it's even 70 years, it's even less. and we are having almost 3000 of the great power score. 149% overextension, but look, 11 months. Some provinces take 6 months to core because they're our perma claims, so this will be easy peasy. I just have to invest more in the gov capacity. At last, 1515, the reformation just started. We needed to spread it as fast as possible, while in the meantime, of course, I will dismantle the HRE. I think we gotta speed up the expansion, so I am fighting here, I'm fighting in Europe. I'll also attack Ethiopia, because why not? And that's gonna be conquest. How about we take their capital, as it's easier to hold once I conquer. From peace with Castile, I pretty much only need Messina and Palermo to get the Caliphate, but I also want to take more provinces in Italy to create an eyalet here. And I'm trying to pronounce it properly because I had a couple of comments explaining it, so thank you so much, guys. And eyalet, that's how it was explained to me, so that's how I will try using it. How about we wipe this 2000 and peace them out. So all of these provinces, a bit of AE, but I can handle. And there we go. With the mosques built, I can get religious legal code, which is giving me until the end of the game reform progress growth on top of the ulema max privileges that I already had, and codify the fiqh, 70 loyalty of ulema, and 6 islets. Okay, we just need to create one more. I'm not gonna get bored in this. I'm attacking Transoxiana already while being in all the other wars at the same time. Remember, they have Samarkand, which I believe is the last missing province to unify Islam. No, we also need Muscat. How about I go and dissolve HRE as well? I mean, I just have to siege down. I want to see Berlin, but Rupin, as well as Mainz. And that's it. Now this is a problem because the UI lied to me. It said that Brandenburg as emperor will call all of his allies, but he's not calling Mainz. Sometimes in the past it was taking a few months, but if it doesn't happen here, well, this war is worthless. Oh no, they didn't nerf it. Remember in the diary there is the event for expansion of the imperial bureaucracy, which gives 10% cooperation cost, and gov capacity is also super useful, especially in our case. But cooperation cost is what's worrying me. Just take a look, we have 75% of it already. It seems also that Mainz did not get called, so I got completely trolled in this HRE war, which means I'll try to piece this out with a white piece ASAP. I think I can show you again strength of perma claims together with promise war score because of religion. All of this, so 80 of overextension for just 70% war score, only 73 I guess expansion, and 94 points to core. Just making it beautiful. Of course, I will keep improving these borders here, but I'm just following the mission tree. The area of Alal is giving us trade range, as was trade stealing for 25 years, and perma claims on Horn of Africa, so on Ajuran and stuff. I anyway want to make add-on my islet, just I need to wait for the truce to end. Sorry, islet. Trying to, improve there. So yeah, the Passa war, just white piece. And I might just have to directly attack Brandenburg with a no CBI, like, I don't care, on my BI would just, I don't know, ally mains. We'll see about that. I have a lot of meal points and the age is about to end in a couple of years. That's why I'm gonna spam a lot of leaders to, take advantage of our modifier Voyage of Discovery, which is about to end. Keep the leaders with the best siege and get rid of a couple of them that are not as good, especially on the siege level. 6-6. Yes, I'm gonna keep him. Maybe not this one. Maybe not this one, maybe not this one. Yeah, it's a tough choice, honestly, guys. But I think we are gonna play around with something like that. And there goes the fate of Sicily. What we have a choice, because we have 3 choices. Sicily in an islet, yes. What's the difference between these two? Legalism or mysticism, oh yeah, or 150 admin points. Of course I'm going for legalism. And islet here, which should unlock me a mission to codify the fiqh. That's giving me a lot of bonuses. 100 admin points. The fiqh law guarantee from tier 4, which which is giving vassals, marches, and islets that follow our religion 25% manpower to true faith provinces, 25 global sailors, modify and 15% production efficiency, unlocks decision which allows you to embrace legalized. Okay. And reform modifiers is missionary strength, ulema loyalty. The great religious legal code will be removed from the Ottomans. Tolerance to the true faith, reform progress. That what I got here will be removed because I'm getting that in the reform. So I have actually a choice here. So it's what I said or current reform progress. No, I want to give this mechanics to our subjects. Just should give me even more bonuses from their manpower. How fast is gonna be updated? 13.3k, for example, from Egypt. Let's just take a look. 13.3, was it updated immediately? Or after a month tick? I think it was updated immediately. How about money I'm getting? Around 52, okay. That honestly means, guys, that I don't have to create an islet out of Adal, because I already have enough islets that I wanted to have. At least I use this war to get Muscat from Hormuz. I'm never stopping, so that's peace deal with Transylvania. All of my perma claims as well as Samarkand to Unifying Islam. Guys, I got an achievement by an accident. Look. Trustworthy. Have 5 allies with 100. Yeah, the islets, I assume. I did not expect to get this in this campaign. Islets, not islets. Well, at least I can unify Islam. Just go ahead for this. Now we are not the Ottomans, we are the Caliphate. In 1520, of course, it can be done significantly faster, but I never really rushed this. And that is a tier... should be a guarantee form giving us that? Or is it added to what we have for the Ottoman? Or is it Beylik? Here's Caliphate, but I cannot change it. So I can't have Caliphate mechanics? It seems so. I think I'm gonna start investing into Ban Citadel because that's caravan power and another merchant. And I think that's something that's gonna be for sure super useful, especially that I have money, have manpower to speed this up. Meanwhile, Sinan Great construction cost and death cost until the end of Suleiman the Magnificent, he's 29. Yeah, we might be investing a lot of money soon. Out of curiosity, it's gonna be just additional 10 caravan power. But how much just 10 might change our income? I'm looking for the mission right now. There's second Islamic Golden Age, which allows me to have another Golden Age. I just have to develop 4 provinces to 25. Let's start with Mecca then. And it's 12. It's gonna be costing a lot, but I have a lot of admin and mill mana, so it's fine. Province number 1. There's go. Another one is Baghdad. Baghdad is gonna be a bit cheaper because it's ours. I could get development costs from this. Okay. And I cannot improve the trade center, it's fine. Second province done. Then we have Kudus and Medina. This will be costing a bit more, but I guess it's also fine. We can spend a couple of power points to get another golden era. I guess I do another try on Brandenburg, but this time I'll just no CB them. I mean, I guess expansion is... No! They're no longer allied to mains. But I can ally mains. So actually it's even easier. I have just attack Passau again. And the only thing I really have to do is Sijdam Rupin. I think we should be able to get a tier 5 guard reform for the Ottomans, but I don't have it yet. I was thinking between reinforced speed and cost and artillery cost and barrage cost, and I think barrage cost is the most worth stuff here. With just Rupin taken, I can dismantle the HRE, which is 25 power projection, very useful actually for us. To hand spender, not so useful. We could have waited. Because I can't wait. Can I wait 4 months to get this? Well, in the meantime, I got the mission anyway for dismantling the HRE, which is Roman Empire just in name. Another 25 power projection, but this one is permanent. 3 days. This has to survive 3 days. Okay, now this is good. Actual splendor for the start of the age is something that we really need. What's this? Persian? Ah yeah, the 20% death cost for Persia. What was this doing? Land Leader Shock, a bit of a nerf. We've got 2 bonuses here, not bad. And remember, we need war score cost. This war is useless, I'm just gonna white piece this. And Consolidating of Najaf. It doesn't matter. I can anyway go and develop kudos to 25 now. Which should unlock me the... yes. Second golden era. Not sure how it works. Second Islamic Golden Age. Yes, please. So I can start it again. I just need to get a 3rd bonus here. Which is probably converting a nation. Can I convert one of my subjects then? Maybe, probably Sicilia. Why can't I do Sicilia? Thing with Austria or Hungary is that, you know, this will make them super disloyal. Well, Sicilia is Sunni actually already. Because we could enforce, we would need to find, it's tough. Anything else we could get here? Humanist? I won't be having humanist anytime soon. Unify culture. I have to enforce on now what? Hungary or Austria? I think that's a tough choice. Let's do Austria. We'll be working on making them loyal for deving. Question is it really worth it? Well, it's fine. For now, let's keep it this way. And I should be able to start the Golden Era in the next month. So, 3, 2, 1. And let's go Golden Era all the time. I'm looking for different possibilities on monuments, and I should take the Mecca from Egypt. Let's just take Jeddah first. Then we'll take Mecca as well. I can't. I assume I have to core Jeddah first. Yeah. Once I core, I should be able to take over, and this is why Kaaba is giving another 10% war score cost versus other religions. Now this even sounds to be annoying. I got it literally 2 months ago, and I got it again. So now I can just go and lose stability and don't care. I mean, we could kill this guy. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to change this air for something better. So I'm gonna lose another legitimacy to do that. Guys, why is my decadence 93? So it's increasing for disloyal Janissaries, corruption, over GovCap, subjects liberated desire, global autonomy, but according to this I should be losing 0.23 of it monthly. So how did it get to 93? And when? It was 0 a second ago. Guys, I honestly have no idea what just happened here. I mean, we could go through this disaster just to get better bonuses from what I remember from Dev Dyer. I have no idea what just happened. Okay, it's time to give me Mecca. 125 liberty desire for it. How much I developed it by myself to 25. Oh my god, I would never make them loyal if I do that. I hate it. Let's just not touch it for now. I have no idea what is happening in this game, guys, because my decadence is again 0. So the number that it was supposed to be, I definitely wasn't at 90-ish. How it went back to the right number? I don't know, but I got it back to 0 when I attacked Castile, so maybe that's connected somehow. I mean, at least I can pay 300 points for my idea, no, not 600. There it goes again, this event. Guys, can you just kill this air? This is already 40. No, I have to lose stability, guys. At least I have good stab cost modifiers, so I'm not paying that much. Especially once I core, the promises will be even cheaper. But I'm so ahead with army mana, I can just get it to 3 already. Let's at last see in action our, I guess, expansion impact modifiers. Because I will take all of my claims in Iberia from Castile, as well as some southern Italy provinces. It's 94 AE, but it seems like it should not be big of a problem. Yeah, we might want to take a break for European expansion for a bit now. I'm more worried that these boys will be able to join unless I improve relations before they peace out. And of course these provinces are going straight to Sicilia. High time to get into India. Over here I don't have perma claims, so it's actually first time for a long time that I'm gonna expand with a normal claim done with a normal spy network. Honestly, why don't I just disinherit this boy? 351 is utterly useless. Now this is a better son. 664. 664. We are going hard, meaning that full peace deal against Ethiopia, soon full peace deal against Ajuran, and full peace deal against Deliang. I can do that because I just take 8 months to go a province. Going crazy? Nah, just casually expanding as the Caliphate. Oh, and they got a military reform. Now I actually need diplo points more than mil points. How about... It's not an easy choice. I will go for the mix. Oh boy, there we go. First bonus Age of Reformation. Obviously province war score causes to the other religions. I think Ajuran is Sunni, so I can't show it to you on them, but soon, don't worry. Traveling the Asian trade routes. That's a China war increase of price, and China war will be also producing King Kirise, which is really nice considering its price. And how about loyal subjects? We don't really need diplomatic annexation because I don't plan to annex anyone, so just go for the diplomatic power. Now honestly guys, I stacked so many modifiers to cooperation cost. I could afford going all in for Europe together with my, province war score cost modifiers, but I'll do it in 2 steps, meaning that today, before we end this episode, I want to end it in 1544, I'll rush India, maybe some provinces around, a bit of Europe, but for the 3rd episode, I'll leave taking whole Europe in just a couple of years. Trouble? We'll see about that. Okay boys, let's go. I'll start with Jaunpur. Anyone I could call as a co-belligerent, Multan, this is fine. Orissa, do we have range to core provinces from Orissa? We do. I'm calling Orissa as a co-belligerent as well. Next makes Gujarat join this war. Well, let's maybe not call Orissa, I'll leave them for a bit later. Go for this kind of the war, and I'll attack Gujarat separately, which can't be held by Orissa now. The Superhat and the mill technology and barraging only cost me 30 points. I'm barraging everywhere. Just speeding things up a little bit, declaring all the wars here, and in the meantime I have to also declare war on Venice, just to not slow us down too much. Good that we are finishing espionage. You can see how late, because we're spending so many diplo points for unjustified demands, but it's gonna give us a few things. Most importantly, I think it's land force limit, so I can build more troops, as well as a policy for cheaper advisors. Oh yeah, another day, another event. Yeah, I told you, it doesn't hurt me that much to increase the stability. Let's just not increase it yet because I plan to no sleepy Malwa to conquer their provinces as well, so let's just not rush it yet. With the expansion here, we've got trade in India, which is giving us, let's see, the Caliphate against close ties with the merchant community, 50 trade power in Gujarat, as well as provinces modifiers. I love it. You know what, it's also time to go and nose Malwa. Transoxiana Bahmans will help. I could invite Bahmans as a co-belligerent, and honestly that's what I'm gonna do. Just although Transoxiana is an overkill, just go and attack them. It's only -1 stability because we have diplomatic ideas, so it doesn't hurt us that much. I can bring back this stability right now back to 1, for now 1. That was young. And he died as a leader in a battle. Suleiman the Magnificent is dead. Well, I can pay giants. At least this costs me like nothing. I don't care. Let's get it to free. And you know what? Why don't we know CP Bengal as well? Because it's like doesn't really matter. We can afford it. I told you I want to take big chunk of India in one war. I mean, you know, one chunk of wars. Anyway, while I'm, you know, conquering India, I'm taking another 4 provinces from Venice. That's a bit of AEs, I'm not going too hard. Administration of the northern Italy, do you want to create an islet here? I mean, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we are stacking funny bonuses, so let's just create them. And obviously, you divert trade to me. Okay guys, this is it. Times for the Peace Deals Festival. I can say goodbye to all of our diplo points, but it's fine, I'm ahead of tech anyway. I have to think, who should we start the peace deals with? Not Bengal, because we want Delhi. How about we start with Orissa, which is, I think, part of the war that we have against Jaunpur. We want as many provinces from them as possible. Probably I will be left with, yeah, like 2 provinces, unless I leave them with Kutak, which I think I will do. That's already 100 diplo points that we are just getting started. It's only 60 points to core all of these provinces. And now what I will do, I will take massive amount of the overextension. And this is because, you see, coring from my provinces takes 9 months. That means that even if I take 1000 overextension, I think it's gonna be less, I'll core everything in 9 months anyway, which means that now the rebels will have enough time to load, because they need at least 10 months to go from 0% to 100%, okay? That's why it is also important to have as many diplomats as possible for all of the peace deals. With this guy's peace out, I can go for Bahmanis now as well, just wait a day. This is also a separate piece. I'll ideally take everything except this province. Remember, both Bahmanis and Orissa are different religions than us, so I can take a massive amount of provinces from them. It will be a bit worse with all of the northern Indians because they are all Sunni. How about we go for Malwa now? Anyone else in Malwa war? No, I can go ahead and take their provinces now. Just trying to connect everything. Oh, this is so beautiful. I have to wait another day. Malwa province is taken. See, now already our extension is 265. This is fine. How about we go for... I'm just thinking... I'll go for Delhi now. Just wait another day. We can take everything except their capital. Sick. Then with Delhi down, I think I can go after Bengal. I just have to wait 9 days. Yeah, of course the worst problem will be separatist sentiment, but I will just not be clicking them. So plenty of rebels loading already. I have to finish all of the peace deals in this month, otherwise I'll have problems. Bengal. From Bengal I'm just taking some good borders, and most importantly, border with Nepal, which I want to also separate piece. How about instead of this few, I'll take a border here. Sick. Oh, they won't accept that much, of course, because I don't have that much of the war score. So how about we take a bit less, something like that. Sick. I already have negative diplo points, as you can see. As I'm hitting a prestige cap every time I peace out, I'll be spending that on placating rulers in Austria. With this down, it's time for Gujarat. Wait a day. This is a problem, guys. The travel time is a problem. I should anyway start coring everything. We see I have enough points to do that. Gujarat. Let's take everything from these boys. I can't fully annex them, but you see we are getting close enough to achieve that. Sick. Also start coring everything. Still have power points. See, everything will be finished more or less in January 1540. And now we are only left with Jaunpur, Nagaur and Nepal. Well, see, the problem is I'll piece out all 3 of them in the next month. So I think to avoid massive amount of rebels, I'll just focus on coring everything I just took right now. And after I core everything I just took right now, 9 months, remember? I'll piece out Nepal, Jaunpur and Nagaur. In the meantime, I can make a claim on Vijay And actually, I will attack Vijay and I will piece these guys together with Vijay. So yeah, let's go, declare, take Chandas, Kobijan, Baglana, and Pornandabar. Just wait to be able to attack them. I should also move some of my troops here. You guys get here, you guys get here. You guys come south, you guys come south. Who is allied to Vijay again? So this boys, and this boys. Okay, let's just prepare all of my stacks to fight in the right places. And see again, 550 overextension, right? Plus 20 annuals from this. Let me show you amount of the rebels loading and my rebels map mode. But this is fine, trust me. I will just, you know what I have to do? I'll have to build more card houses because we are hitting the gov capacity. How about August expansion? See, because these were mostly Sunni and Hindu nations, almost nobody cares. Now look what I have in mind. Most of the course will end, like pretty much all of the course will be finished in January. We have December and see rebels 60, 80. There are some rebels at 90%, but really few, and this few will be a problem in January. I might have to fight them. It's fine compared to everything together, because anyway, most of them will end up being at 80-90%. That's it. By the way, we are in the meantime seeing this down, and we will be killing the VJ troops. Just take a look. Get me the January. Okay, see, some rebels are right now coming, but the rest will be blocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of rebels. What is it, guys? What is it for us? It's nothing. Now, more importantly, give me the course. Give me the course. We need everything covered. Come on. Yes, a party sentiment doesn't matter. Sick. And we are down to 50 overextension. 50. Which means that if I hover over the unrest thing, see there's still a couple. Is it updated? I don't think this is updated. I mean, you know, just in case, what I can do is to increase autonomy. And with increased autonomy, yeah, no more rebel problems. By the way, what I'm spending my money so much on? Rooting out corruption, okay. Okay, with most of the rebels down to 0, I can go and piece out Nepal, Jaunpur, Vijay, and all of the subjects of Vijay. Well, you can see that's another chunk of lands, and it's also another 400 overextension and minus 800 of diplo points. Well, I can core everything easily, or I can't. I don't have enough admin mana to core all of this. Well, that's something I did not expect. Well, you see, that's pretty much how easily you can expand with this amount of the co-creation cost. So, you know, now I'll focus on the coring all of this and getting scenes for better borders. Then I'll start creating trade companies all over India. Of course, again, just few states per trade center to minimize gov capacity spending. And we see how much income we can get out of this. Well, it doesn't mean I cannot expand in Europe. That's why the moment my truce with Castile ends, I'm gonna attack them with the help of Lithuania because Poland is gonna join. From Castile, again, I'm not taking much, just cool borders. So they're southern turns. Remember, in the next episode, I'll be highly focusing on going hard into Europe. Now, if you're thinking how I handled trade companies in India, let me show you the map. Pretty much there's 2 states per each node to a trade company. Got some improvements, and this is 7 additional merchants. Let me send everything to Constantinople. I definitely need 1 merchant in Venice though, because I'm taking trade from my vassal here. This way we got our income pretty much to 500 and our value cost now is 161. Look, these guys are going here, this guy's here, sending everything to Constantinople. I'm just checking now if we're using the best routes to achieve that. I think we are. Once I, unite everything and have more of the value, I can start combining the longest trade routes to get a bigger bonuses from trade steering, which you remember I have a bit of. Just right now it's not gonna be worth it yet. And if you're wondering how I'm dealing with my gov capacity, that's how I'm dealing with it, you know? Anyway, I think this is the perfect moment to finish this episode. We have played 100 years of this campaign already, and I know it's a long episode, so let me know in comments what you think about this length for the campaign. 500 income, 270,000 maximum power, 333 force limit, 5,500 of the great power score, and I think pretty good borders for this year. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. Let me know if you'd like me to continue by liking it, because I'm telling you, we're gonna do the same to Europe what we just did to India. And of course, subscribe to the channel to get notified about another episodes. For today, thank you so much and bye bye!